Okay, this is just a video to help navigate through the files that we've created. So again, we should be able to go into your shared with me drive, and in there you'll see a folder that looks like this. It'll look like right like that, JP2 DDME program. And if you click on that, what you see is all the kids are in here, and there's a color coding. You can change the color if you want to. You can just right click on it and then go to change color, and it will change the color of the folder, but whatever you want to do with it. And then inside of each kid file is a few things, and this was Connie and Mel told me that this is what they wanted in there. A daily schedule, emergency contact information, medical information, and then a file for incident reports. And it'll say incident reports TA, that's for Tajay Adolfo Davidson, so each will have that. And then the bus schedule is standard throughout with all of them, okay? One thing I would say is it's here in the larger folder with everybody. The good part about this is if you go in here and change it here, because this is the same, it's the same one for everybody, it's got everybody's information on there. If it changes, you know, for instance, if times change or all those things, if you change it here in any one of them, it will change in all of the files. So that's a good part of the way we've shared that. So if it changes here, it'll change, each one of them has that same file in there, and it'll change in all of them if you change it here, if you change this one. The other ones aren't done that way. Mel gave me there's a template in here. And I guess what this is for is for the supply EAs, you know, all the information, and you can copy and paste stuff out of here if you want. Use this, copy it, whatever you want to do as a template. And this one is to set their contact information and whatever you want to do. So this was just some of the templates that she shared with me. If there's others that you want to do. So again, all you're going to do is go in, double click on it, and you'll go into these. These are just empty documents. You can put anything you want in there. Very similar to Word in so many ways. There's a few differences. One of the differences is if you want to insert a picture, it is a lot easier to do. And so you would just go to Insert Image. And what you're going to want to do is Google Drive, because Mel also shared with me a file that has everybody's picture. So again, let me do that again so we can see it. Insert image. We're going to pick yours. You won't have all this stuff on here, but what you're going to do is look for in your drive that JP2 DDME file. Click on that. And then here it says staff and student pics. You click that. We can take a pic of anybody. Let's take a pic of Jace. There's Jace. We'll just put Jason, and just so you know, it'll come up on there, and you can resize that like you would anything else. And the one thing I would say is if you want to move them around, which you probably will, is just hit wrap text, and that way, that means you can move them to anywhere, and you're probably going to be putting them in a box at a certain spot. So you want to click wrap text, not inline. Inline means it's got to stay with the margins and things like that, and wrap means you can move it anywhere you want to go. That's really the one option that you would use. Everything else is just really kind of trial and error, right? Click around, try stuff. And remember, it saves as you go. So if you go to File, there is no save option. And because it's online, it'll save as you go. So it's a test. You'll see it's saving up here. So you don't have to save it. Then when I delete it, you'll see it's saving that again. So it'll save as you're typing. So you don't have to worry about it. And you know, feel free, you put in there, and then when you're going to do an incident report, you would just upload it into there. So what you might do is you might have an incident report, you have it saved on a file somewhere, you have it saved somewhere. If you want to put it in here, you would just right click in that space and you can go to upload files, and then you would take it, whether it's on your desktop or wherever it is on your H drive, you can put it in there if you wanted to. I don't know how you guys are going to use that function, but that's one that Mel wanted in there, and she can follow up with that. So there it is. That's how you do it. Shouldn't be too much to it, because as soon as you're in those docs, it's a whole lot like Word, right? Bold, and to put a table in, there's all those sorts of stuff. So it's not that difficult, really. You should be fine. As long as you know how to sign in and then you know where to find it, then you're good to go. Do remember though that when you're in that file, you know, any changes you make will be changed in everybody's, meaning if you change it on your screen, it'll change on everybody's. So just keep that in mind, and you should be fine moving forward. Okay, great.